Holy cold weather, guys. It is November the 8th, day number 9 for me. And it is cold. Especially where everything's wet from all that rain yesterday and the night before. And we're in like the mid 20s, lower 20s, I don't know, 24, 25 degrees. And it's cold. But we've got a beautiful northeast wind forecasted. Hopefully that holds true. And we're going in after that 10-pointer again. It's kind of rare to see a big deer like that on public twice. Seeing him twice makes me think I'm pretty close to home base, or at least what he's calling home base right now. As long as he didn't find a doe tonight, I think we could have a chance. I'm prepared to sit all day. Let's hope that gets cut short. I'm gonna have a stupid heavy load on my back going in the morning, but I hope it's even heavier coming out. Who knows? This has been awesome. Just seeing that deer twice. Well, twice yesterday, 3 times total, but 2 different days. He's a big one. But obviously I'd still shoot the first shooter I get an opportunity at, but at this point it'd be kind of cool to kill him. Probably knowing he's in there have me a little pickier than what I would have been before I saw him. So we'll see. We couldn't ask for much better. We got, 25 degrees, November the 8th. We've seen a really big buck the last 2 days. I mean, as a deer hunter, I don't think it gets any better. So I'm gonna turn these lights out so I can actually see where I'm going, and I'll catch up with you guys in the tree. The plan for this morning is to just bump up about another 40 or 50 yards from where I was at last night. So hopefully we can get in relatively clean, get set up, and have some luck. Well, we're settled in finally. It was rough getting in here. Having all that rain yesterday and everything being wet, and then dropping into it was like 24 or 3 when I left the truck. And no wind. I ran into 2 deer on the access trail. One of them was kind of back here where I branch off. And they let me go by. The second one just trotted off. I make it all the way back here to the tree, and one blows up here in this bedding area. It sounded like a smaller deer. Didn't have that volume that a big deer has. But my straps for my sticks were frozen, or they got wet yesterday, so they were hard to work with. As I was setting up, there was a buck on this ridge, on this bedding point over here, grunting. I could hear him. I could hear a buck grunting as I was walking back on the access trail. There's deer moving around everywhere. It was just so loud. If we could have got in cleaner, I think we'd have had a chance. We may still see deer, but I love these cold, crisp mornings, but it makes it hard to get in a stand. We'll see. It's November 8th. Anything can happen. It would not be wise for those coyotes to get close to me. They were running that hillside and they kicked up a deer. Deer took off. One deer sounded pretty heavy too. Well, this has been a total dud. It's 10 o'clock. That's not the deer we've been hunting. I've never seen that deer before. He looks like a solid 125-inch public land deer. I'm happy. I don't know where he'd come from. I just looked up and there he was. He moved a little bit on me. I hope I got that on film. Okay, I was having some serious technical difficulties there with my camera. Everything was falling apart. I just shot that deer at 12:10 p.m. I've seen 2 deer all day, and it was a 2-year-old buck chasing a doe. That's it. And I'll be honest, I wasn't really paying attention. It had been slow. It's lunchtime. I was just kind of looking around on my phone. I looked up, he's feeding down the hill on the oaks to me. I drew on that deer 3 times. He's down up there. I mean, that shot ate him up. Yes. He's not as big as that other deer, and I don't care. That's a good representation of a public land deer, man. I hunted my ass off for that deer. This is day number 9. If we can get him processed and stuff, we may go to Ohio. I just thought about that. Yeah. Let's pack his stuff up and go take a look at him. What do you think? Well, I just got everything packed up. That's what I've been carrying in every day. It's a little bigger today because I had the bibs and the big jacket. I've had a minute now to kind of gather my thoughts. And I've got like such a wave of emotions right now. I mean, it's everything from excitement to pure happiness to sadness to just relieved. I don't know, but I'm happy to get it done on public. It means a lot to me to just get everything done because I've worked really, really hard at it. It's relieved. I'm just relieved to accomplish it. The sadness comes from just the fact that it's over. I enjoy the chase and chasing these public land deer so much that if I can get him processed and get out of here, I'm gonna go to Ohio or go somewhere. I just love it so much. This is what I look forward to every year. And if you guys never listen to anything I say, take a trip like this. Do it. Don't wait for somebody else to go. Just do it. If you want to do it, make it happen, because I had this idea to come to Illinois. I come in the spring, tent camped, scouted. I actually picked up a 4-point shed off of this ridge right here, and I had it marked in an Onyx as one of the good spots that I found. And then I saved money throughout the whole year so I could take 17 days off of work. And I come out here and I've stayed in a freaking tent. I've done it as bare bones as you could do it. And we got it done, guys. It's pretty awesome. But I'm gonna put this stuff on my back and we're gonna track him, find him, maybe go ahead and field dress him, then go back to the truck and go back to camp, get the game cart and roll him out of here. To be over a mile in, this is going to be about as easy as it gets for getting a deer out. He ran uphill. We don't have to go up any ridges, down any ridges. Might be a little rough getting him back to the access trail, but once we hit the trail, there's a couple down trees that'll be a pain, but other than that, we're going to enjoy every minute of it. So give me just a minute and we'll go find him. This is gonna be kind of hard to do this with the stand and my bow, but I'll show you the tree I was in. I was in this, I can't see the screen at all, but I'm in this white oak right here. Up at, you see this little tree in front? I was up just above the top of it, so I had a little bit of cover. It's something I generally look for. And I didn't, because the shot was so good, I didn't really mark where he was standing. But it looks like I got a pass through, so. He was probably 28 yards. The arrow hit a couple inches high because I was in between having to shoot him at like 35 and 30. So I had my sight set on 30. Right there's that scrape. If you'll remember, 2 mornings ago when I first saw that big buck, I was in this tree right here. And that buck was down the hill. And I've just I've shifted around on this ridge. I started back there about 300 yards and kept creeping further and further and further in here. And had we not gotten it done, I would have crept even further. Alright, I think he was up the hill a little bit from right here. I guess bow hunting 101 is mark something where the deer was standing before you get down. Oh, here we are. Look at that. That's how you know you hit some bone. Tried to peel my fletching off, and it knocked the knock loose. The tri-pan got a little blade bendage. We should have hit some bone on that one. It was pretty tight to his scapula. See if I can get these halfway closed. This is why you shoot a tri-pan. I mean, we are 30 yards maybe from the shot, and he's on a steady run right here. And look at this. He's sprayed there. There's blood all the way over there. And he's just spraying it up through here. I think he should be somewhere right through here. That's been worked this morning. This is that bedding area that I've been talking about, that I've been hunting the edge of. Look. This is the bedding area that I've been talking about, that I'm hunting the edge of. That's where he ran back to. He put blood in the scrape. Oh yeah, I guess he went over. Let's go around and go over. Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh yeah. Shot's perfect. There he is. Let's get him up here and take a good look at him. He's actually wider and a little bigger than I thought. That's the kind of surprises you like. God, look at the body. That's a mature Illinois whitetail right there. I'm gonna pull him out here and see if I can get some pictures of him. Well, here he is, guys. My Illinois public land whitetail. I couldn't be more happy. He's actually a little wider than I thought. You know, he's probably about 15 inches wide or close to it. Totally happy. I come up here really anywhere I go out of state. I'm looking for a 3-year-old or better, you know, 125-inch deer or better, and that's pretty much what this is. I think he'll be right at 125 inches, maybe a tick more, not much. And I'm tickled pink. I'll do a full breakdown on the hunt later, but more or less this hunt, I was in between two bedding areas. This point that we're actually sitting in is a really good one. In the next ridge over, the point is a good bedding area, and I was on the downwind side of each one. I was hunting it on north and northeast to east winds, and really the ticket to it was those dropping white oaks. Those white oaks were still dropping, and it was right on the edge of the bedding. So it was really the first place a lot of these deer come to as soon as they got up out of bed. And that's the reason you'd see some of this midday movement, because they could just get up and pop out, you know, 100, 200 yards and feed and then go right back. And I'm sure that's what this guy was doing. I really, like I said, I wasn't paying the most attention in the world, and he just kind of appeared. So not really sure where he came from, but I'm very, very thankful for him. I'm going to get him cleaned up and go back and get my cart, and then we're going to try and wheel him out of here. So we got a long day ahead, so, and I love every minute of it. One thing with these hunts, like I was saying earlier, just do them. It seems overwhelming at first. You'll learn a lot, but it's worth it. Every minute of it, it's worth it. I really crave the adventure that these hunts provide, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I would give up my whole Tennessee season to hunt 2 weeks like this. It's just, there's nothing else like it, and I love it so much. But let's get him field dressed and get him out of here, and we'll talk more about it later.